Yes, you tuned into AfriWoman Chats. I have my third guest in the studio, so this is African Voices Platform Radio. We started out the morning, we went to South Africa where we spoke to Linda Kessels, who was here for 9 o'clock, and we have just finished with the Nigerian Afrobeats artist Mitchell X. I'm very honored to be hosting one of our leaders in the community here in Sheffield, Dr. Paul Matsvai, and he's a community leader, institution builder, and one of the voices that are helping shape how African diaspora communities organize, contribute, and lead within the United Kingdom. He's a dual national of Zimbabwe and the United Kingdom, and brings a long record of leadership across the civic, education, and faith sectors. Now, what I'll be talking to him about today is his role as Chief Executive of the Zimbabwe Diaspora Nation Building Initiative, as well as him being a director at Anglia Prime Care. Then they've also got a new initiative that's just taking off called the South Yorkshire African Languages and Cultural Heritage Centre, which I really want to dig into. So stay tuned as I say good morning, Dr. Matsvai.
Good morning, Tchiyiwe.
Lovely to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege and an honor.
Loving the flag as well. You're wearing a lapel for people who can't see, but he's wearing a lapel, patriotic Zimbabwean over there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with this one, Dr. Matsvai. I'm Zambian. We own the Victoria Falls.
Oh, dear.
Is that what we start from there? We establish that, then we talk.
Let's make that discussion rest.
Well, it's really lovely. It's an honor, really, to have access to our leaders in the city. So thank you so much for coming. Let's talk about your work in community leadership. That spans diaspora organizing, healthcare provision. When you look back at your own journey, what first led you into this path?
There is a sense, I think, sometimes the occasion necessitates the move.
Right.
So somebody once said that nature doesn't like a gap or a vacuum. So sometimes you find that there is a vacuum in terms of people getting together, say, as a community. And sometimes it's a shared kind of desire.
Right.
But sometimes it just needs some people to light the torch and make everything, go here. So, yeah. So I think there is a basic desire, to give to the community because the community has given you so much. So you want to give back. And while you can give back at the individual level, you can actually scale up the giving back when you coalesce and establish synergies with other like-minded people. So that's the sort of the motivation to say, yes, alone I can do something, but together we can do more. Okay,
wow. See, this is why it's nice to have people like you come into the studio to talk to us. We have to be reminded that we have to work together in order to shift things.
Indeed.
Yeah. A thing that I didn't actually mention that I just stumbled upon, and maybe you chose not to.
Yes.
But you are also a man of faith. You lead.
Yes. Just a bit about that. Yes, I'm a Christian. I've been going to the Baptist church since 1980.
Wow.
Yeah, and then here in the United Kingdom, we found that there was need for Christian men to get together across the denominational divides.
Right.
So I had the honor of being the inaugural chairman of the Zimbabwe Christian Men's Fellowship, and I was working alongside other, denominational leaders, and so it was quite a unique privilege to work together. And then how we operate, we have succession. You serve 2 years as chairman, and then the next denomination takes the
so it's multi-denominational.
It's multi-denominational, and we also rotate in terms of leadership. That's the one thing that I like very much.
It sounds brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds brilliant. Well, it's lovely to learn that about you as well, and please feel free to drop it in where it becomes relevant into this conversation. Yes. And you often speak about the idea that we are the people we have been waiting for. somewhere says
yes,
that.
yes, indeed.
What does that philosophy mean in practical terms for diaspora communities living in cities like Sheffield, Barnsley, Doncaster, anyone who's listening to us here?
When we say we are the people we've been waiting for, you know, they are like, you know, going back to the metaphor of the gap, the vacuum. Sometimes you see that there is a need for people to come together.
Yeah.
But then you wait for somebody else to do it, to bring people together. So there is a sense in which you need to come forward, and you will be surprised that a number of people come together who are of like-minded faith, of like-minded kind of persuasion. Yeah. So yes, it's a kind of situation that whatever problem we have in the community, there is need for people to be engaged with the process. And as they are engaged, they research, they find out the unique contribution they can make, because we can't duplicate individuals.
No.
Yeah, so you know, I also believe that, you know, we are, as a community, we are at our best when we play to the strengths of our members.
Yeah.
So we need to identify the particular areas of strength that our members possess and play to those strengths.
Okay.
Create a space for them to really showcase what they can do. Some of the people, some of our members are, you know, in high positions in the corporate sector in different areas. So also we should create a platform for them to transfer their skills and contribute in terms of community building.
Okay, right. I had a version of that growing up. Actually, not growing up, in recent years. Because growing up would always say, "Bakulu balikoti," meaning we're the elders, so they can address this issue.
Yes.
And then now I found myself in a situation where people are looking at me and I'm like, it's me, you. So we are the people, we say, we are the people, right? Like,
yes, we have been waiting for.
We've been waiting for. So there's nobody else, it's you. This
is whether it is at national level, many people, you know, would rather shy away from, you know, being engaged in terms of governance.
Absolutely.
But out of patriotism, a love for country, sometimes we need to find a way of getting involved, whether it might be through the civic sector, and some might actually pick up their bags and say, I'm going to present myself and be part of the solution to the problems that we're experiencing. So that but I think everything must be underpinned by love. And a commitment, a patriotic commitment to country, patriotic commitment to the communities that you are in. So it's wonderful. There is here in Reading, you know, the town of Reading. The mayor is, if I'm not mistaken, Miles Coles. She's a research fellow, and also a Zimbabwean.
Oh, great, lovely,
So there is also need really to say what kind of value can I add to the community.
I mean, without even going that far, the mayor of Sheffield is of Somali heritage.
Oh,
Somaliland, Sophia, her worship, the Lord Mayor, Sophia Said, is of Somalilander, because I know there's always that Somalian, Somalilander, but so it's interesting to learn that Reading has that. I think I've met somebody else in recent times of Nigerian heritage who's a mayor in one of the boroughs of London as well.
Yes, indeed.
So we're the people. Is that part of what brought you in? Are you one of the co-founders of the Zimbabwe Diaspora
Nation Building Initiative? Yes, actually, I'm one of the co-founders, and I also had the privilege of being the inaugural president and chief executive officer, where we had those dual roles all in one. So I did serve my term 4 years.
Okay.
And then my deputy, the gentleman was my deputy, who is based in the United States of America, because it's global.
It's a global entity.
He actually became the president, and I took the chief executive officer role. Okay. So we sort of divided the responsibilities of leadership.
Is that current and existing?
That's current, yes. Okay. So I'm currently the chief executive officer, but I think I might serve only one term and allow the younger, generation pass on the baton.
I noticed you've got someone in Australia. I was on the website, so I noticed you also have somebody who is in Australia on the team.
Yes. In Australia, actually, we have got chapters. It's a Zimbabwe Diaspora Nation Building Initiative. We've got about 15 global chapters. That's Australia is one, New Zealand, Canada, United States, West Africa, Botswana. We need to have Zambia.
You need to have one in Zambia. I mean, or does it just feel like you're just duplicating efforts because it feels like the same sometimes? But hey.
Yes. What we're saying is that there are Zimbabweans who are in Zambia.
There are lots
so they need
Zambia,
also to self-organize.
Yeah.
And if we're going to lobby for diaspora interests wherever we are, we need to be coalesced. And then we amplify our voices in that way.
Absolutely. So what kind of initiatives do you work on that are visible? So I'm just thinking of people who've not engaged with you that are Zimbabwean and living in the UK, or even indeed worldwide, because people are listening from to this worldwide. What kind of initiatives would they look at and say, this is what they do and this is why I would want to be a member of a chapter?
Yes, so one of the things that we are doing, which is very current, we are having a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Skills, Audit Development in Zimbabwe. It's around diaspora skills and trying to find ways of matching diaspora expertise with areas of critical shortage in Zimbabwe. So we are formally doing that. We did a concept note, gathering the parameters of operation, and then we've actually got a memorandum of understanding which is about to be signed off. It has already gone to the permanent secretary of the ministry. And it's gone to the attorney general, who is the lawyer advising all government departments, and it just needs to be signed off. And then also in the second quarter of this year, we're having what we called a Diaspora Skills Conference.
Oh, great.
Shortened DISCO.
Diaspora Skills DISCO,
Yes.
Where would that be?
It's going to be in Zimbabwe, but it will be hybrid in nature. So there will be in-person, conference, and I think the keynote speaker will be none other than the president. So it's going to be a high-level kind of engagement, but it's trying also to really speak to the diaspora and saying, you got expertise, you got skills that you can actually help build your country wherever you are. So, yes.
Will this be the first of its kind, or have you done it? Have others done it before?
This one, a global nature of this kind will be
where
the
everybody
first.
descends on them.
Yes, there've been some smaller level kind of conference, but this will be really. This will be really big.
And which city is it going to be in Zimbabwe?
It hasn't been decided yet. But maybe while we're on that point, I could also mention that we've got a flagship program that we want to roll out, which is the hometown associations. But in this case, it's like provincial. We've got 10 provinces in Zimbabwe. So each province will have its own coordinating committee, which identifies the key low-hanging fruit, what they can do. There could be certain needs, maybe helping a particular hospital procure a particular machine which is difficult to get, and then they can easily pull together their funds. So it will be happening per province. So it's a kind of quite a groundbreaking approach to development, where we are saying the people are taking ownership. It will not only be the diaspora to the exclusion of locals, but there will also be a complementary local committee, and then working together. We can really begin to see things, moving. Really moving.
So it's more practical rather than theoretical. That sounds really good. Indeed. Yeah. That's very good. And if people want to get involved with that, they just go to the Zimbabwe Diaspora Nation Building Initiative website?
Yes, they can go there. We've got our contact email, info at zdnbi.com. So... And also, I think they should also be, we are also contactable. So like, we are contactable even on LinkedIn as well. So I think if they just write info, Secretary General will pick it up.
Okay.
and then we'll respond as best.
Okay, so if you're Zimbabwean, this is your call to participate in this movement. Great. Another one of your areas of work is the South Yorkshire African Languages and Cultural Heritage Centre. This I learned about because I met you at a social enterprise conference with the Sheffield Social Enterprise Network, which was pleasant because, I love it when I see more people of African heritage participating in things around entrepreneurship. I love that.
Indeed.
But would you talk me through that? What is it?
There's South Yorkshire. So South Yorkshire that includes Sheffield, Barnsley, and all other. Doncaster. Yes. Mm-hmm. So the South Yorkshire African Languages and Cultural Heritage Centre. Yeah. It's a vision where we want to create space to celebrate African culture.
Okay.
And one aspect of that we have found is the issue of language and cultural identity. So there is a disconnect. Our daughter, youngest, came to the UK when she was 4 years old.
Yeah.
She was very proficient in Shona at the time of coming, but now she's stuttering.
Okay.
And what she has gone ahead to do is to try to get private tutors
to teach her
Shona, and she pays for it.
Right.
So as a community, I think we can make it easier by providing a portal, a forum where we can provide structured learning.
Okay, so this is not digital. This is going to be in person for this region.
What we are realizing is that it will have to embrace both models of provision. So in person will be for those people who are local.
Okay.
And maybe with time, when we also have other branches in other towns, we could also make it in person. In person sometimes has got a lot of advantages in terms of immersion in the language. But also sometimes distance is an issue, but you can circumvent that by having the virtual.
Yeah.
So you can still recreate the classroom environment in a virtual, learning space.
Okay, right.
Yes, so that's also what we with in the long term we are hoping to create a center where we celebrate it's not only Zimbabwean language but
you're starting with Zimbabwean,
it's African languages.
Great.
So I'll check with you and you'll be our key facilitator as we look at the need of teaching African languages in Zambia,
right?
Or from which are spoken by Zambians.
Absolutely.
So of essence will also be to identify the facilitators who are, some of them have been teaching that language, or some are so much culturally aware that they, given a structure, they can teach very well.
Welcome back, Dr. Matsvai.
Thank you so much, Tchiyiwe.
I'm very proud. I think I'm pronouncing the name correctly because you're not correcting me. So if you haven't corrected me yet, I've messed up.
That's good. Thanks.
Dr. Matsvai, we were just talking about the South Yorkshire African Languages Centre that you are working on. So that's well underway now. You're currently doing a survey. What is this survey doing?
The survey is capturing or obtaining community interest. That means we are trying to find out what out there were interested in being part of our classes.
Right.
So at the moment we've got the survey is covering the age group 6 to 16. That's one which will be filled in by the guardian or the parent in consultation with the child or the young person. And then the other one is for adults. We also want to check or to gauge the interest amongst adults so that we can have dual provision. So although maybe in the pilot study we could start with young people, 6 to 10 forming one class and then 11 to 16 the other class, we can actually also, soon start a hybrid, provision for the adults.
Okay, lovely. That sounds great. So if you're listening, once we put this interview out on our socials, we might be able to put both links underneath that in the comments. So just keep an eye out for that with Dr. Paul Matsvai in case you're interested in in registering interest in that. And how long is the research and development phase of this before the actual pilot is implemented?
We are hoping that the initial, once we gather, maybe in the first 2 months, if we get the class, in the third month we will start.
Okay.
So we actually going live with the classes this year.
This year, definitely.
Yes, and then we'll also see which areas need tweaking, and also we'll also be able to increase the volumes again after. But when we had a trial run, when we sort of expand it, we have got a more kind of fine-tuned provision that we have, which has learned from what works and which areas might need tweaking.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So this is it.
And
then at that point, you once you've tweaked, this is where you
we do it on a larger scale. But with the classes will start.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we've got the advantage of people having living the culture, and also we've already started developing the curriculum, the materials.
Great. Yeah.
So it'll be like, say, when you start, you might say, okay, some of the basic things will be like greetings in the respective languages, names of relatives, for instance, the basics. So it's structured, and then looking at the vowels, how it'll be sort of conversational, and also there will be an element of storytelling in it. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, there will be. So we also, like, my wife is a writer. She's published 4 books, and she's on the 5th now.
What type of writing does she do? Is it fiction or?
One is a fiction novel, which almost could become like a set book.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 sort of autobiography, autobiographical.
Okay.
Steeped also in the faith. And then there is 2 short story books for young people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're quite ahead already. You've got quite. Are they all in English?
They are in English, and the other one, which is called Chemakanda, the storyteller, Chemakanda, the man of skin, the skinny man. He actually, I'm halfway translating it into Shona.
Okay.
So that we can have both the English version and the Shona version.
Okay, that sounds really good. I think if you're just tuning in, I am speaking to Dr. Paul Matsvai, spelled Matsvai, pronounced Matsvai, from Zimbabwe, who is telling us about the upcoming African languages lessons that are going to be available for South Yorkshire residents. And this is not paid for, is it? Or
no, it's not paid for. It's not paid for. We're still trying to say, can there be a nominal membership fee, maybe £5, but that has not been set yet. So
for now,
for now, but for ourselves, we have paid an annual membership fee of £50.
Okay.
So we started last year. So the 6 core executive members, they paid their dues. The other one, our treasurer, is paid for this year.
Okay.
So we also need to follow his example.
Need to follow, yeah.
So it's we have the participation will not be paid. The individuals.
So if you're interested, this is going to be free to you currently, at least during this phase, and there's a nominal fee if you want to contribute.
If you entirely voluntary.
Voluntary fee. So pay as you feel if you want to, but this is open for you. And for transparency, this project is funded by the National Lottery Community Fund.
Yes. So the first funding that we have got has been the National Lottery Community Fund.
Yeah.
They were very gracious in that they after we had shared the need with them and our project outline, we were surprised.
It's significant,
We were
though.
surprised. In no time, they came back.
It's a very good project, I would say.
Yeah, so we actually, yes, we got somewhere to start. And then we just submitted another application to the National Lottery Heritage Fund,
Good.
which was actually a funding body we started with. But, you know, in terms of their requirements, we did a project inquiry, they give you feedback, you do it again.
Yeah.
So that's in the works.
Dr. Paul Matsvai, I apologize, but we have run out of time. It's been so interesting talking to you. Thank you very much. So we're going to have to cut that, but I look forward to welcoming you back to AfriWoman Chats here on African Voices Platform Radio. My name is Tchiyiwe Chihana. Thanks for tuning in.